Alright, so this time I'm going to try something a little bit different. And by a little bit different, I mean slightly different from normal. Basically, this is going to be a news segment that I'm calling Micro Reviews. What does that mean? Well, you should know what micro means. Well, if you don't, basically this is just going to be another review by me, except this is going to be a lot shorter than what you may be used to in terms of reviews at this point. Normally my reviews on average go between 15 and 20 minutes, sometimes even longer, at least nowadays. But this time around, I don't think I'll be able to talk about the game in question at that length, so I'm just going to call it a new segment. And really, there's not going to be any of me in front of the camera or anything super special like that. It's just going to be a standard review done by me, and it's going to be a lot shorter. That's all you need to know, alright? Sound good? Good. I don't know how often I'll be doing this. Probably not amazingly often, but we'll see. Now, what did you all get for Valentine's Day? Something, I hope. And if you didn't get anything, well, I'm sorry. That sounds horrible and lonely. Anyway, of you that got stuff for Valentine's Day, what did you get? Did you get chocolates? Maybe flowers? If you're a girl? Or a boy? Whatever. I don't care. Something sweet like that. Maybe even a card. Something really nice. You know what my girlfriend got me? She got me this. It's awesome, isn't it? Oh, and she made me brownies. But really, she got me this. This. Now, to her credit, I had shown interest in the game when I was at the store with her a long time ago, and she remembered that, which is why she got it for me. And in fairness, she had gone to the store intending to get me the new Fire Emblem game for the 3DS. Not this, but they didn't have Fire Emblem. So she got me this. Does this sound like a fair trade-off to you? I mean, I like Jaws. It's a great movie. I love that movie. And now it's a game about Jaws for the 3DS. Great. Now, I just want to point out that the only way I could record this game was to literally take my video camera and zoom it in on my 3DS screen after I taped the 3DS to a table so it wouldn't move around. So, the picture quality here isn't particularly awesome. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great either. And, yeah, that was the only way I could do it. So please excuse the horrendous videography. There was really no other way to do this. I'm sorry. Okay, so going into this game, I wasn't really expecting a whole hell of a lot, and really all I was expecting was to be a shark and to eat people. And to sink boats, it's Jaws. And, you know what? Honestly, it's hard for me to complain about the game when it didn't lie to me. Like, that's really the big thing about it. You know, I went in, and you know what I got to do? I got to eat people and sink boats. I mean, shit, I got to eat other marine life, too, on top of it. I mean, that is great. I mean, that's exactly what I expected. And the game does that. And the controls aren't terrible. It's got a couple problems, but I mean, for a really, really cheesy little shark game where you go around as a great white shark and eat people, it does that. And it's functional in that department. You know, it's not like a lot of other games that I hate where there's a deception factor, where I was expecting a whole hell of a lot more from it. This did not deceive me at all. I got exactly what I expected I would get. I got to be a shark and eat people. Simple. And you know what? I can appreciate that. Now, I will say the game is a little over the top, and by a little I mean holy shit, this game is over the top later on, in terms of what I can believe a shark is capable of doing. And you know, sharks are pretty smart, honestly, especially great whites. I mean, I watch Shark Week, so I know everything about sharks now. Totally. But I'm pretty sure that a shark is not capable of fighting a giant squid. At least one that's this big. In fact, I'm pretty sure giant squids aren't even this close to the surface. There's some parts later in the game that are just like almost absurd, because there are actually like boss fights and stuff. You fight a Coast Guard cutter as the final boss, and you sink it by literally cutting old war mines from the bottom of the ocean so they explode onto the boat. I mean, in fairness, for what I understand, the PS2 shark game, which I believe is called Unleashed, had you using key cards as a shark, which sounds fucking stupid. But this isn't much better. I mean, it's just a stupid game. But you know what? If that's what you're in the market for, Just some really stupid gaming, you know, nothing too serious, just a game to have some laughs about and, you know, to play for an afternoon. I mean, in that regard, it's not terrible. I gotta give the game that. And in addition, again, it didn't lie. I mean, it is exactly what it professed itself to be, and it controls fine, and the graphics are average, and there's the Jaws music which is in it. I mean, that's great. It's just a dumb little game that you might actually be able to get some enjoyment out of. There is one thing that bothered me about it, and that's the way the touchscreen controls work. The game basically encourages you to use the touchscreen to do all of your moves, because apparently sharks have multiple moves, which is a little interesting, but okay. But the way they did it is you can't really control it with using the touchscreen unless you're right-handed. Now, this is a big deal to me on the basis that I'm left-handed, and I cannot use the touchscreen and control the frickin' analog knob at the same time. It's just not possible for me to do that. They do have the face button set up to use most of the moves, but there are a handful of moves that require specific motions on the touchscreen. I literally have to take my hand off of the nub in order to use any of these moves. And if you think, oh, well, just don't use those moves, the thing about it is some of the larger boats require the moves I'm talking about in order to be sunk, so you have to do it. It's really not something you can avoid. So I find the controls just a little bit awkward. I mean, they're okay, and they'll probably be just fine if you're right-handed, but if you're left-handed, you're basically screwed. And I'm almost positive there's no way to change the settings in terms of, you know, a right-handed and left-handed setting. They just said, fuck lefties. So thanks for that. In addition, the game's a little bit short, but again, you shouldn't be spending too much money on this game, and it's good for a laugh, so I don't really mind the fact that it's not very long. And yeah, it's just a really stupid game that you might actually get some fun out of. If you can find it on the cheap, like I'd say 10, maybe 15 bucks, it's not bad if you're looking to blow some cash on something really dumb. I wouldn't pay full price for it, ever, but as a used title, as something stupid to play on the side, you might actually like it. I admit, I enjoyed some parts of the game. It's not the worst thing in the world. And really, what other game can you play a shark and eat people as a giant great white under the Jaws title? Can you do that in any other game? Okay, the one, yes, but that was stupid from what I keep hearing. My point is that if you're interested, you should probably give it a chance. It's not the worst thing in the world. Till next time, this is Darkness, and I bid you all a fond farewell.